of Nigerians do not appreciate the armed forces is because they see the armed forces as a symbol of oppression. Recall that Nigeria has been through several years of military rule, and during that period, Nigerians were suppressed and repressed. Then there was intimidation and all that stuff. So could it be that that mentality hasn't left us, that we still see the armed forces as oppressors rather than, those who work on service to protect us?
A lot of that has contributed to what's going on now. But my brother, we cannot continue this way. I have a number of these guys who are very good guys. A number of them are just citizens like us, though in the military. They are good. Their mentality is changing. The attitude towards the civilians are changing. So that is part of what we need to actually work at changing, because you see that mentality has been with us for this number of years, coming from the military and regime and all that. So, but I think these people are not. They don't bite. They don't. They are our friends. They are our brothers. They are our husbands. So they are our relations. So they are Nigerians. They are Nigerians. So we should actually show them the way, show them love, appreciate what they are doing. Maybe, that is one way we can begin to change their mindset too. I saw a video of a military group of military guys, somewhere, Meduguri or somewhere. They did a video and say, Nigerians, please encourage us. I don't know if you've seen that. I mean, they were shouting, Nigerians, encourage us, Oh, it means that they are yearning for our motivation. They are yearning for our encouragement. They are yearning to be, they want to, their morale. We can do things to boost their morale, to help them to know that we love what you're doing. Especially, in the last couple of years, we've been going through insurgents, banditry, and all that. Imagine how a soldier or a policeman or who these security guys will feel when they see a civilian or a citizen clapping for an insurgent, or hailing an insurgent, or clapping for an unknown gunman. If you're a military guy, how will you feel when you see the people you are trying to defend, you're trying to fight for, hailing those that are coming to kill them? You will not. You won't. It's not funny. So it's really something we need to begin to, because there's a huge gap, serious gap. Or because the military is here, the citizens are here. There's this gulf, no kind of relationship, So we need to create that environment, a special special relationship that will exist between the military and the civilians. Those that you're working for, those that you're fighting for, should know that you're fighting for them. They should see you as standing for them. Even the policemen, all of them. JTF, when you say JTF, there is a combination of all the military and all that. So I think we should work. Something has to be done, and that is what I think Nigerians should start doing.
Perhaps the army public relations and the military civil engagement hasn't been so strong because let's look at this. So in 2020, the NSAS protest. Yeah. One of the points, most of what they were agitating for was for at least police to get, better remuneration and, be taken care of. Their welfare, police welfare was an issue. They wanted police to be better taken care of. But the same people who the Nigerians, civilians, were protesting for were the ones who were said to have been unleashed on them. So how can we reconcile this? How can we create synergy or show a person love, a person who you've tried to show love before and they rejected that love and, throw it back?
It's something every nation is built by the citizens. We should build our country. We see a problem, this is a problem, we should find a way of solving it. Because we can't continue to go this way. The NSAS protest came up, and a lot of there was like a mixed multitude. Some in the group want better pay for the police. Some are angry with the police for maybe doing something against a family. So you can see that mix, this crowd kind of. So that's when you see such things happening, So, but you see, what I think we need to note is that there is something there's a gap, there's a serious gap between these guys, security guys, and that is why we even the intelligence, we have to give up the information. When a husband see some of these ritual killings that went on, some of the ones that was exposed, you see a father, a son getting involved, and probably the mother is aware and she's not saying anything, and that kind of a thing. So this is something that we need to look at very, very critical. This is a serious matter in our country, because you see, the people that if you're going to, if you're saying, okay, the police is not well paid, yes, the country has to look at that. Leaders have to look at that. But you see, we have to do our part too. We have to do our part by showing them that, look, they're not asking for your money. We're just asking for, when you see them on the road, don't be angry at them. Don't start throwing insult at them. Don't start cursing them. Don't start, you could stop. You can just greet them, share ideas with them, show them love. Say, guys, thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for what you are doing. We appreciate what you are doing. So we need to separate those who are actually out to bring down our country and those who truly, because that is actually why we need to bridge this gap. So that these guys will know that Nigerians love what they are doing. Nigerians appreciate what they are doing. Nigerians, because on social media you see people just make comments, say they are being paid for what they are doing. Oh, I remember telling someone, I said, look, okay, come and take ₦1 million, go to Maiduguri and spend 1 month. Go to, it's not about the money. It's about the sacrifice that they make. They constantly die. I mean, you can remember, that since this fight started, insurgents and all banditry, in fact, in the East, as at just few months ago, when, right now we don't have, a lot of policemen were killed. I know immigration officer who was shot dead. I know a civil defense officer who was killed. And these are Nigerians. These are our brothers. So I think we need to look at this very critically. Thank you for bringing this topic up, and it's something that has burdened my heart over the years. And Nigerians, look, we will not be here if not for these guys. No matter what you think, they are making a lot of sacrifices. No matter what you think, we have to rise up and say, thank you guys for what you are doing. They are not perfect. I keep saying that they are not perfect. There are actually some bad guys within the military, some bad guys in the police, some bad guys, but we will not say because we have these few people and then not encourage those who are doing the job, I think we need to. That is actually what I think we should do.
Well, it would serve as a motivation, as motivation to the young forces, and it's quite important that we do that, or motivate them on a daily basis. Encourage them to do the way that we can. There's this Twitter handle I follow. It's one of the gentlemen who were in the fourth war front on the battlefield in the northeast. And he got injured, and he's been away. But he tells us different stories of the encounter with the terrorists and what happened. You can literally feel what happened when he tells you about comrades who fell while in action. I mean, just standing next to you, and you're wondering if you're next. It's quite emotional. Every time I read his threads, I feel like, look, we're not doing enough. We're not doing it, which is why I appreciate. I felt like we need to show this guy some level of love. I've had friends who I haven't seen in 3-4 years, because they're in the military. Sometimes they go. Incommunicado for months, 6-7 months, nobody has heard from them. And then one day, all of a sudden, sometimes you're even thinking they're dead, they're probably dead or something. And then, you get a call and somebody says, what's up? Where have you been? I just got a new line. I wrote your number down somewhere, and yet Nigerians do not appreciate them. But then let's talk about this. Just a few days ago, about 2 days ago, the army released, photos and details of wanted terrorists and kidnap kingpins, and put a bounty on them, 5 million naira bounty on each of them if you have information to to share with them, leading to the arrest or capture. And many Nigerians do not trust this. I mean, people are saying, look, you know where these guys are. Why? This is a charade. I mean, this is, you're just trying to play a fast one on us, play smart with us. You know where these guys are. There are several people who know where these guys are. Let's talk about trust between the civil society and the civilian population and the military and armed forces, because it seems like, look, these guys, you just want to make excuse now because we've seen police people stand behind these guys. One of them was coronated in Zamfara State, was made, and the policeman was standing next to him. So why not arrest him? We've seen people who have gone to the forest to visit these people. If you want to arrest them, you know where to arrest them. Don't play a fast one on us.
I think there is something I need to point out. There has been a lot of mix-up. Everything in Nigeria seems to be colored by politics. That's actually what I think. Because you see, I'm actually thinking that so many times we are the one that knows where these guys are.
How so?
They are our relations. I mean, the guys, the names you see published, they are families. They're probably hiding in their homes. And Nigerians who are relations, neighbors or friends are hiding them. We don't want to come out to say this is where they are, because of course, the same boils down to what we're saying, how we need to take a lead and secure ourselves, because these people will remember few months back in the southeast when this unknown government issue started. In the market, you see them clapping, hailing these people. And our social media was like, I say, look, we are sowing a very terrible seed. These guys will come back for you. They will be done with the security agents. They will come back for you, and that is exactly what's happening. They're not killing the civilians, kidnapping them and all that. So, I think when we should trust these guys, and if we have information about anybody that they are showing, you should give it up. And because you see, that is that lack of trust that we're talking about. Due to that lack of trust, we don't even believe in what they are doing. So how do we move forward? If you don't believe in what they are doing, how do we move? I want to say that everybody in the military is, they know, they are not. Look, that is not. I think that is not correct, because you see, that trust, that lack of trust, is what we need to deal with. Because you see, we need to deal with it, because you see, it's going to affect us. It's going to affect us. Let's believe these guys that occasionally you see military and you see them, people deal with the bad guys, sack them, dismiss them, court-martial them and all that, That's part of what they are doing to sanitize themselves. So if things like this come up, we should trust that these guys, not just color it, not just say, because I am... of course, a number of times, if you go on social media, you see that people who don't support the government actually take it out on the military, take it out on the police, take it out on everybody. Anything that is government, that is state apparatus, they take it out on them, because they think I'm not, it's not my party, it's not my whatever, But that is wrong. Your political party support should end at a point. Your patriotism should start at a point. Should be all about it. Because you see, they cannot say, because I'm a member of this party, okay, let me destroy Nigeria. That is what is happening. So the guys you see here, he's talking about, they just do it because it's politics. We can't play politics with our security. That is what I think is happening. So, and then the trust issue, we have to deal with this trust issue, because you see, if you don't trust them, then there's a problem. If we cannot trust ourselves, trust that these guys are working for us, trying to help us to secure our country, then there's a problem. I think that we need to deal with that.
Interesting perspective. I like that we're talking about this, and what you just said about politics. Playing politics with everything. even in the United States, where we tend to want to copy a lot of things from, politicians know where to draw the line.
Yes.
When it comes to national issue, everybody falls in line with government and says, look, this is a security threat to the nation. We have to deal with this head on, irrespective of party divides. In the assemblies, in the Congress and Senate, irrespective of party lines, decisions are made to tackle that and nip it in the bud. But in this country, it seems like when the APC is in government, the PDP, criticizes everything, and even when it comes to security matters, we have them saying, "Oh, it's the APC that hasn't done well." And the PDP comes in and says, "Oh, it's the PDP," and it just keeps going back and forth. At what point would Nigerians learn to or begin to understand that patriotism goes beyond your tribe, your ethnicity, your political affiliation, and even your religion? Because it seems like, they're the ones who are doing it. We're not the ones doing it. At the end of the day, Nigerians are dying on both sides.
You see, this is what the problem is all about. This is actually the issue. It is now or never. We need to know that ultimately Nigeria, our country, is Nigeria that matters. It's not about the party. The PDP will come and go. We never knew the APC was coming. APC is here. We don't know if APC is going to go. So we have to realize that there are certain things that we can't color with politics. We can't mix them, especially security. We can't mix these things. We can't mix it with politics. We can't say because this person is in power, okay, let's help to destroy the government and the state. Because so Nigerians need to understand and make this separation now, or else we are heading into trouble, or else we will be affected. We are the one that will die. We are the one that will suffer. Look at where you are. If these guys are not at work, you'll probably not be here. Because you see, it's because of the fear of these guys. That is actually why of course you see that the insurgents sometimes come into town, do things, they run away. Why do they run away? They will do and run away. They can't stay because they know that people are coming for them. Who are the ones coming for them? The military coming for them. So we should understand that politics is we should separate it from nationhood, nation building. Nation building. Look, we must be able to make this separation. Now, Nigerians must understand that it no longer we shouldn't play politics with our lives. That is very important.
Interesting. Separate and divorce politics from, security and security matters. Join in the conversation. Shortly, we open up the phone lines so that you can contribute to the conversation. Let us know what you think. We're talking about Armed Forces Appreciation, and the numbers to call would be 09073530044 and 09087668888. That is 09087668888. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this issue. Before we take this pause, I'll bring in this caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, Yanacho. Good morning.
Good morning, Okechukwu.
Thank you. Please, I just want to say something. You see, our Nigerian force, the Nigerian army, they were not pushed for them to fight their citizens. They were made for them to stay in the border. In case of any equality of any country that wants to fight war with Nigeria. But if you go on...
Hello, Okechukwu? Okechukwu, are you there?
Yes, hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. See, if you go all over Nigeria now, you will see Nigerian army all over the country. But as a Nigerian army, you are made to be in the border. During the exercise, you see what happened. Now, Nigerian army are giving Nigerians choice that they should give them information about the 19 Boko Haram. You see, Nigerians are afraid because they're supposed to support the army. But now, even if you give Nigerian army information, why are they releasing the one they arrest? Why are they releasing them? That is what Nigerians are asking. You arrest them and you still call them repentant Boko Haram. Why are you not taking them to court? So that court will decide their fate. That is what Nigeria is asking Nigerian army.
Okay.
Bring them out so that Nigerians will see them in the courts. So that court will decide their fate. If they are free, court will release them. If they are not free, court will prosecute them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ikechukwu. Very interesting angle you brought to the conversation, and we would be talking about that in a bit. Yes, many Nigerians. The issue of trust again comes to play, and we'll also be talking about the issue of command and order, because people say, look, the military cannot move unless they receive orders to move. So sometimes when you blame them, it's not from them; it's because there's somebody who should give the orders for them to act, and maybe that order hasn't come. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Nacho.
Good morning.
My name is Aisha. I'm calling from Dakwa.
Aisha, good to have you join us. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. See, Nacho, me, I grew up in the barracks. And what I experienced as a child, it's nothing to write home about. I mean, it's not something that you sit back and think of and you'll be happy. Okay. You made a vital point the other time that when they die, when these people die, I mean the police, the army, the way the government treats them. I know then when we lose anybody in the barrack, I tell you the next day Black Maria is already standing in front of the house of that person to move his family out of the barrack, like they've done something wrong. These are people that it wasn't something they were expecting. It was an all of a sudden thing. The family are mourning. They've not even arranged their things. But you just see Black Maria will come from nowhere, and the next thing is back and leave the barrack. So in such situation, how do you even expect the family to be happy in the first place and feel that okay, government now is saying something that we should have the police, we should cry out and say something about someone that point someone like, okay, this is a terrorist, we should help the government. They wouldn't want to do that.
Well,
in my own case, my father never died, but we were meant to leave the barracks. So that was how they just brought the Black Maria from nowhere, and we were just back there. I wasn't even sure maybe my mommy was able to pick us that day, because I knew they were just packing up. I was quite young, but I could remember that scenario. So why should government do that?
So,
government do that. So this is. Hello?
Go ahead.
So this is not about the citizens, so to say. I know I could remember vividly where then in the barracks, when your child, the mother or the father will hold the child, take him to the gadroom, we call the place gadroom, and hand him over to his or her colleague to discipline the child for him. But these days, it is not like that anymore because of the way government is treating the police and the soldiers. I never lived in army barracks, so I don't know what transpires. I'm only talking on someone that stayed in the barrack, lived in the barracks, I mean police barracks to be precise.
Thank you very much, Aisha.
So government has a long way to put things right for us, sincerely.
Thank you again. Pushing this to the government again, the responsibility of government to appreciate those who the recruits to serve the country, and not just leaving that responsibility to ordinary everyday Nigerians. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Anyone there? Oh, it seems like you're going to have to call us back. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Nacho, good morning.
Good morning, son of the prince.
It seems your line has a problem.
We had a problem in the morning. Can you hear me now? Oh, what's happening?
You see the line has a problem.
Yeah, don't know why. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We can hardly hear you. Oh, I know you're speaking, but we can't seem to hear you. Maybe you want to call us back, please. Again, we have a problem. I hope that the engineers come in and fix this. Stay with us. The conversation continues. We're talking more about, appreciating the armed forces. My guest this morning has been Abba Chinedu Ijoma, National Coordinator, IM Nigeria Peace Patriots Group. He's a team leader, letters of gratitude to our armed forces and JTF. Chairman, Good Growth Grassroots People's Foundation. You can be a part of this conversation and let's talk some more. Keep it here.
My baby, my love, it's been so long I heard from you. Oh Stacy, love, you don't pick up my calls no more. Please remember me, oh, don't let this love go. You will break my heart, oh, if you follow.
I should have been there. No matter where you go, don't forget area.
How I wish, baby, that I could be there wherever you are so far away, that don't take the shine from your star. 'Cause what you are is my shine.
She may do somebody better, you will go. Make it to travel, go Chicago. Remember now be selling car, so you go America. And all these people, we be the race, you did it there. First me I first you promise say you no go fashy them. Say every month you go tashi them. And Hillary, where you promise to marry, she dey wait, she dey tarry. What did she see for inside of version? No, you bought from another nation. Use my go get done. Oh, you my wife don't know. Next thing you know, she don't go report you. Oh, how I wish say I'm fit to reach you anywhere you there. You there. I should have been there. No matter where you go, don't forget area.
How I wish, baby, that I could be there wherever you are so far away, that don't take the shine from your star. 'Cause what you are is my shining star.
You no matter where they're near or far, so you go always come back home. You no matter what they think you are,
'cause what you are is my shining star.
TY Mix.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
For so long you've been silenced. We have just found your voice. Take it, use it.
You assess Nigerians before we become politicians or before you become a member of any political party. The kind of things that happen in Nigeria, it's so obnoxious that if God looks down from heaven, you realize that we are really paying for our sins.
Speak your truth and be heard on the Eagles Morning Rise, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
They say east west, home is the best, and wherever we go, we cannot. It cannot be better than our home. That's the truth, and we cannot destroy our own home, and all that we have, because we feel like there's an option out there. There's really no option out there, because when you go out there, you may not be treated the way that you want to be treated. So yes, do what you can to protect and preserve and appreciate what we have. gradually we would get there where things will get better. We've been talking about appreciating the armed forces this morning. It's something that Nigerians need to imbibe. It's a culture that we need to imbibe. We're finding ways to encourage Nigerians to begin to appreciate those who are serving them actively in the front lines, putting their lives on the line, and even their families. Because a lot of times, Aisha just narrated how someone dies and the next morning there's a Black Maria there packing the family out of the barracks, and this is somebody who has probably given decades of their life to service, protected. How can these people, if they're not appreciated, if they're not well taken care of, they didn't know that their families cannot or would not be taken care of when they're no more, why would they give their 100? It's like people who blame the police when they say, "Oh, there's a robbery or there's an incident somewhere," and you're calling the police and they're reluctant to come. It's because of these issues. I mean, why would I come when nobody appreciates me? Why would I come when if something happens to me in the line of fire, my family would be kicked out, my family wouldn't be appreciated, people would even rain insults on me? So why should I go? So Nigerians, we need to change the attitude. We need to change the way that we look at things. But then let's talk about the complicity that people have accused the armed forces, when it comes to issues of kidnapping and terrorism. There's a lot of, people in the armed forces are compromised, and the army needs to first purge itself before it can even begin to ask people to, volunteer information or intelligence. At this point, what does the army need to do, or the armed forces in general? What do they need to do to purge out the moles? Because we've seen situations where the army is sabotaged, and those who sabotage them are from within.
Okay. It's the same thing. We're saying the same thing. We're just going around it. The army, the security agents need to understand that they need the people to succeed in what they are doing. So, like I said, occasionally you see them court-martial people, expose the bad eggs within them. That is part of what I think they are doing. But the army need to understand, the Nigerian security agencies need to understand that they need the citizens to succeed. So while we are talking about citizens coming, being able to do what they need to do, the army, the military, the DSS, every one of the security agents need to understand that they have to create the environment. They need to create an environment, a special place for civilians to come to be able to trust them enough. And that trust, that relationship is what is going to give birth to a lot of victory, because you see, if we know, citizens know that these people are working for them, believe they are working for them, by that special relationship, seeing what they are doing, it will be easy for them. Some of the times that, they die and all that, maybe some of this won't happen the way it's been happening, because you see, when the people you are fighting for feels that you're not fighting for them, that's a problem. So Nigerians need to also understand that in every society you have bad eggs. In every group you have bad people. So we wouldn't not say because we have this a number of 1 or 2 persons in the army or in the police who are not who are doing some negative things, and say, okay, all of them are. It's not true.
Okay, let's bring in a caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Yamato.
Good morning, Okechukwu.
If the Nigerian army needs information from Nigerians, we know they know where to go. Someone has been going inside school. So with this terrorist, why can't they call that person for question? And that person is really working within the country. We have a governor with a terrorist snapping pictures. Why can't they go after these people and call them for questioning? And you are telling Nigerians to give information and why you know where to go and get information. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Okechukwu. Okechukwu say people like Okechukwu would have a hard time getting to appreciate, the armed forces, because for them, we can't trust you with all of these that we've seen over time.
So like I say, I keep saying that God will need to help us, help both the citizens and the military. because it's a number of these people who their points are politically colored. If you object, if you are Nigerian, if you want your country to succeed, if you have information, you will not say because maybe a governor who is on a campaign, maybe or something, bandits or something. Then maybe it's not even a bandit or something. Just you see a picture, and you think maybe as we speak now, the man is nowhere to be found. Maybe some of the pictures. Of course, you go places and you snap pictures with people. Most of them you don't even know them. So I'm not making excuses for anybody. What I'm saying is that we have a role. We're in majority. We have a critical role to play, and our role is important as citizens. We need to begin to change our mindset and do what we need to do, because that is what other countries, citizens are doing for their country. You don't see citizens who come out and, smear their flags with blood and do all those things we do and curse our country. A number of Nigerians just wake up and they start cursing their country, cursing the military, cursing, You can't make a change by that. If you think someone is wrong, are you going to use your own wrong to correct his wrong?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
Well, join the conversation. Let's hear from you. Some more 09073530044 and 09087668888. Those of you who tried to call earlier, but we had a problem that's been rectified, it's been fixed. So you can call now, and we hope to hear you loud and clear. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, it's better now. Morning, Yana.
Good morning.
Yes, and morning, your guest.
Sunday the Prince, go ahead.
My friend yesterday were like crying and asking why is he crying. He says since he has grown, that he's about 40 years now, that he has never benefited anything as a Nigerian. That he struggled to pay everything. That he went to do his driver license and particulars, almost 60,000. He was asking me, when will he now benefit something as a Nigerian? I said, that's the country we find ourselves. He said, you pay for your school children, you treat yourself each time you sick, you buy water, you pay light bill, you pay taxes, and nothing is coming back to a person as a Nigerian. That is the country we find ourselves. So why I brought it to the notice of your guest is this. Many people are discouraging the Nigerians. That is why that is the way he still plays in armed forces. Some of them are putting in their best, but nothing to show in return. When they die, their family struggles. Just 1 minute. The family struggled to bury their own. Somebody will sit on top of benefit of governments to the disease set among the armed forces, including police and army. You understand? And why some felt when my father was a soldier, he put on his best and he died as a wretched man. If peradventure I become a soldier, I'm going to deal with people. I'm going to make sure I become a rich man. Then you see the big officer living the low rank officer to die in penalty. And you know, in America they said you need to be an American before being who you are, because they know that once you don't have a job from the age of 18, you stand to be getting stipend, depending on when you get a job. Everything you need, government provides for you. So why wouldn't you be proud of saying you're an American? When Nigeria, you put in your best, at the end, nothing to show for it. And that's why a lot of people are discouraged. A lot of people are leaving the shore of this country. Because everything you put in, nothing in return.
All right,
and that is why today, our militaries are not being respected because they intimidate people out of frustration. Many are doing the job out of frustration. As for what they did to their father, they came for revenge. And the revenge is on the citizen. Are we the cause why your father are not being treated? So sometimes they intimidate us, and that is why sometimes we don't regard and respect them. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Sunday the Prince. That's two things I'm going to take from that. Some people taking it out on other citizens because they feel, look, my parents suffered for this country and they didn't get anything for it, and so they're taking it out on the country and on other citizens. Secondly, the part where he mentioned, I'm missing it now, that Nigerians
are discouraged.
And a lot of Nigerians are discouraged and on all that. Now, what do you make of the fact that senior officers, that part where it says senior officers, take advantage of junior officers and take their entitlements and all? We've had situations where people say the allowances that were supposed to go to them in the front lines doesn't come to them because their senior officers, pockets their money.
From what I know, I think a lot of Nigerians need to be updated. A number of these have changed. Yes. And I also think that if we think this is so, is that not the more reason why we should show love to the junior officers we see on the road, on the highway, who are in the field, instead of taking it out on them or being aggressive towards them? Because you're traveling on a bus and you may see a military personnel on the road, and you just start being aggressive. And a number of Nigerians have died just being aggressive. Because someone who is not already not very happy, and you're coming and you're becoming aggressive, you're looking for trouble. So if we think that, I think that a lot of Nigerians need to be updated. Because a lot of things have changed in the military. I know that, I have information, I know that a number of times, some of these things, people die and they are paid, there are good things happening in the military. Let's not just what's the word now? We blow
it out of proportion.
Out of proportion. A lot of Nigerians need to be updated because good things are happening. They are changing the mentality. Leaders of the military, from what I know now, are beginning to empathize. They take care of their own right now. They honor their own. So
that would be a good thing.
We need to be updated. But I think that is more reason why we should even show love to them, to the junior officers who are in the field and who are constantly on the road.
All right, and let's drop it here. It's our clock. Is that a ceiling? Would have to go now. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this conversation. Those of you who are still trying to call in, I'm really sorry we can't take any more calls because we'd have to wrap it up now. But then, if you're a superior officer, treat your men with respect. Give them what's due to them. And as a Nigerian, when you see these people, it won't take anything from you to say thank you for your service. Thank you for what you're doing for this country. Thank you for what you're doing for me. Yes, one last word as we go.
Nigerians, I think we need to motivate our military. They are working for us. They are dying for us. That's very important.
All right, we're closing now. Thank you again to every one of you who has been a part of the conversation. 1023 Extra comes on right after business news right here on your radio experience. You can count on. My name is Nacho Prince. Nigeria is our own. We cannot destroy our own. We have to appreciate and begin to build one brick by brick, and one day we would have a better nation. Stay with us on your radio experience. You can count on.